And we'll get into some big takeaways from Cut Down Day coming up in about 10 minutes. You think we don't have we got some hot takes. We got some great hot takes coming off Cut Down Day. But brand new big sports doc debuted today on Netflix, Sign Stealer, about the Connor Stalions saga, the former Michigan, quote, employee who got the school in a lot of hot water with the NCAA by videotaping other team signals and potentially bringing them back to Michigan where they were able to use them, where they could take a look and know exactly what other teams were calling. It was a very big deal last year and unfolding all during Michigan's run to the national championship. And some big things from the beginning of the documentary that got released today was Stalions said, listen, he never obtained signals through in-person scouting. He didn't try to get tickets for anybody, didn't try to direct anyone to go to a game to try to help him steal signals. These are the things coming out about this. And
his claims.
Yes. That's what he says. But I think it gets, I don't even think we need to get into that part of it because I just don't think anybody cares. Right? I mean, and this is probably why the NCAA is still hasn't really ruled on it permanently yet. Like Michigan tried to do the whole big, hey, we're going to preemptively suspend Jim Harbaugh, and okay, and the Big Ten was on board with it, and okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, now it's done, but we're still going to look into this. But honestly, nobody cares. There's been no real outrage. There's been no real take their title away. There's been none of it. So the NCAA is how do we respond to this? Even when we talked about Michigan going to the national title last year, there was hardly any talk about this. There was none. And yes, because things change all the time in sports. We move past certain scandals. This one never really had a lot of traction, but college football with the NIL transfer portal, college football has always been shady. It's always been an under-the-table sport. And because of that, I don't think people really care about this. Look, NFL, professional, with rules, you do this, you don't do that, Super Bowls, hey, okay, this is why Spygate was such a big deal. But college football, I think people understand, hey, it's if you're not cheating, you're not trying kind of sport, right? Every school is able to find a way to get guys in, to get guys to a team. Nobody finds a way to get guys in the NFL draft to a team. Oh, we just stole that guy right out from under us because we were picking 16th, but instead they jumped up and picked 15th. Like, that doesn't work that way. But because college football is such an under-the-table type sport, most fans yeah, this is kind of how it goes. This is part of what college football is about, and I think you're going to have a hard time drumming up a lot of, I'm full of fire and brimstone about this story. Like the Connor Stalions story happened, it's over, and it's now something where the NCAA, we're waiting for them to give some kind of ruling, and if they really come down hard on Michigan, that's going to piss a lot of people off. Look, even the other school, you would think Ohio State and Penn State would all be going, I can't believe that you need to get rid of these guys and they got to be on probation. There's none of that. Well, there's absolutely none of that.
But like today, you had the audio of Kirk Ferentz, right? He's suspended for week 1 because of a recruiting thing and is basically fallen on the sword. It's my fault, stupid mistake, all these years we've been here. And this will be the first Iowa game where it's not him or Hayden Fry on the sideline since 1978. How do you like that? But he was asked about this today, and he goes, who cares at this point? It's done. Moving on, because part of the Stalions documentary is talking about the game ball he got for signal deciphering against Iowa. Right? Go back to Spygate. I still shrug. It's the letter versus spirit of the law, right? Is you're allowed to tape, just not where they did. Okay, so everybody else was taping, just not this defined area. So all of those kind of things. And recruiting, Miami, Ohio's coach getting mad saying, they stole our kicker. Right, all of these things, and everybody laughs and they shrug because it's the Wild West. Nobody knows if there are rules, they're written in crayon. And then you bleed over the top of them because you ran out of paper. That's what we're doing right now. There's no semblance of order. The NCAA is just a shell of what it once was, trying to hold on to those last bastions of power and security and authority where they still have letterhead. Like, how many more reams of paper we got with the letterhead? We got to go through those because otherwise, that's just a lot of wasted costs, kind of like the Pac-12 and all their buildings and everything they had going on. But it's it's laughable. He even says, well, in one quote, kind of talking about breaking the rules, he goes, well, I didn't really break the rules. I kind of operated in the gray. And isn't that where we've all kind of believed college football was, for better or for worse, all these years? I mean, there's really no big revelations in any of this. And here it was just a documentary. Come meet Connor Stalions. Who cares?
He's going to be signing autographs. Oh, I got that litho of Connor Stalions in that box I opened. This is fantastic.
Well, one of the big things is he can't be on a coaching staff for 3 years. Now he's a volunteer. We talked about it last week, right, for a high school team.
Just to kind of finish the conversation that we had a few minutes ago, Netflix's documentary, Sign Stealer, debuted today. Connor Stalions, University of Michigan employee who was caught taking video of other teams' signals, and maybe all of a sudden Michigan got good in 2021 because, hey, they were getting everybody else's signals.
I don't know how much I mean, maybe you put a capital M on there.
Maybe they
Hi, Jason's extended family in Michigan.
Maybe they got better, and it goes all the way back to 2021 when Michigan went from being a team that, hey, we lose 4 or 5 games a year, we can't beat anybody, to, hey, all of a sudden Harbaugh's 11-1 and we're in the playoff. This is great. Look, I told you that this whole thing, this is a scandal that nobody really cares about. And I don't know if it's just a media thing or if it's a thing that people who are at the top 2% of sports, but it's just not, it just doesn't have any staying power. It just doesn't, no one's talking about this. No one wanted to take the title away from Michigan when it happened. As we said a few minutes ago, college football is shady in general. There's tons of under the table stuff. And okay, this just kind of goes along with it. It's different from the NFL. It's different Major League Baseball when this is professional and there are certain ways that you are trying to find a way to get around other teams that are all not doing those things.
Well, nobody did anything in that either.
No one else.
Look at the Astros. Nobody cares.
No one's putting buzzers on them. Going, okay,
right, but
if it's a curveball, buzz me. And
but except here in Los Angeles, everybody just kind of shrugged at it. Look at what Major League Baseball did.
Yeah, but look,
fraud of a commissioner.
Other teams aren't doing that, but in college, everybody's trying. Everybody's trying to find their way around it. Yeah, and it's shady in general. That's why no one cares about this. And to kind of put it in perspective here, why this needs to go away, and the NCAA needs to just say, hey, okay, Michigan, time served, whatever it is, we're going to give you some sort of probationary period. We'll take some scholarships away, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. Just come out fast with this and just let it go. Because look, again, no one cares. No one's screaming for anything to happen to Michigan. I always go back to Bucky Brooks, right, who joined us on the show time to time, NFL scout, played in the NFL.
I'll be back yelling at him on Sunday.
And he, he's always a big fan of saying, hey, when someone is unclaimed in the NFL or someone gets drafted really low, something like that, he says the NFL is telling us what they think of that player. 32 teams are telling us what they think of this player. You may think, oh, I can't believe that Kadarius Toney got waived, but if he gets unclaimed, it's 32 teams are telling you we're not interested, right? The NFL is telling you this is what this player's value is. Regardless of what you think on social media or what you think you should happen as a fan, this is what the NFL, they're telling you, this is what we think of him. But this is a case where everybody, media, fans, we're all telling college football what we think about this story. No one cares. No one cares. We're done. We're done. It happened. It's over. Michigan won. There was no Connor Stalions getting signs. Hey, Penix is going to throw deep to Odunze on this one. That wasn't happening. Everybody has moved past this, and I hate to say it. I don't think Netflix is going to do well with this because I don't think it's that much of a hot button topic that's going to be, hey, I got to hear more about this. Hopefully this is the official, we had a whole big documentary on it, and man, well, okay, I guess this thing is over.